Gangstalking, synchronized airplane, jumbo jetliner, airliner carrier, targeting, stuff that happens in the beginning of your gangstalking. And in my experience, again, I'm not the expert in everyone's fucking gangstalking. I'm not claiming to be. But this phenomenon I went through, and yes, some of this gangstalking is a phenomenon. This is what we're going to be talking about. Things that I talk about, like the license plates, synchronization. I don't think those are all knowing participants anymore. I used to think that because of people like Targeted Tony, and I'm not blaming him, but this intricate network of people being paid with gift cards, it's possible, but I just know people because I interact with people. Like the average person isn't doing gang stalking. That is not a normal thing. Like in my experience, you're being targeted by basically the elites, and they're using the apparatus of the military industrial complex with these different corporations and things like that. I'm not going to go into details. It could be the police. It could be this and that. I don't fucking know. I'm not going to claim I know because this stuff is hard to pinpoint who's doing it. There's certain people, like the beginning of my targeting, the first people that started to harass me was the fire department. And that never happened in the EMT. And that never happened. And that was prior to the gang stalking, because it was a 2018-19 period where I was being gang stalked, but I was just really confused about it. I wasn't like, because I took a good 2 years to like come out as a TI. Like I didn't just jump to the conclusion. I was like, yeah, I'm seeing weird shit, but yeah, this stuff happens in normal life. I don't want to mix up coincidences with actual targeting. But there's certain things, and I'm speaking in a term like, because there's other TIs that go through the same shit. I know there's other people that went through the same exact targeting as me. So I speak in a broad term, but I believe, because this happened to multiple people, I watch other people's YouTube channels too, that while it was happening to me in the questioning confusion stage, I believe there is an airplane gang stalking surveillance program. Okay. And that's what I'm going to be discussing today. And I believe if you download the FlightAware app, that you get hooked up to some type of computer. I was being targeted by Boeing jets. Like I'm talking about, these things will fly directly over your fucking head. Multiple TIs have talked about this. It was more popular back in the day, I would say between like I'm just guessing, 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21 into 22. We had people like Brandon Q talking about this. And hey, I question Brandon Q. I don't think he's a perp. Like I'm not convinced he's a TI. But what he was showing when he was acting like a perp in 2018 and being a weird guy and showing gang stalking evidence, like, yeah, that is a form of gang stalking, man. People have talked about it, and it happened to me. But I don't think it has to do with harassment. So this is what's going on in this stage. If you're a real TI, you know, you go through this. Almost every TI talks about this. They talk about certain things: car vandalism, home invasion break-ins, style terror break-ins to psychologically fuck with you, basically. Car vandalism, electronic sabotage, and electronic hacking. Like, dude, it's just a playbook they use. If you don't fucking, like, if you're one of these people on here, oh, I don't know if you get hacked. I don't know if this happened. I don't know. Hey, you're either really lucky or you're a fucking perp. It's just that fucking simple, man. Like, I'm not trying to fucking, like, this is not a club that you want to be a part of, dude. So what I will say for my targeting, like for sure, concrete, is I'm being surveilled by drones, but these drones are hooked up, I believe, nationwide. I've seen them in other TIs backgrounds. Like they're doing a selfie video. Like King Mansa had the same drone that I had style on him. He lives in New York. I live in North Carolina. So this is a giant satellite-based surveillance system, just like you've seen in Enemy of the State movie with Will Smith. Like that shit's been talked about for years and years and years. But this is what they do where they're bragging in front of you. This is what I'm talking about. So with the airplanes, where I'm talking about, you're actually quote unquote getting harassed. Like I was getting harassed. It didn't last forever. and I was getting the Black Hawk surveillance, intimidation, gang stalking. Okay. People even like Virginia S had talked about seeing Blackhawks. And it's just, I'm gonna go into why they do this. Okay. There's an explanation to it. And it's not because you're being gang stalked and you saw targeted Tony's videos and now you're getting chased by one headlights. Yeah, that stuff is actually happening to you. I believe you because it happened to me. It's not that hard to believe. Okay. We have so many shills on here that they fucking just mix it up and they try to really control what you think. I'm not trying to control what you're thinking. I'm just explaining what I went through and I feel like other people have went through from my research because I used to heavily research into gang stalking. Okay? Because every target should. And this is how you know someone's a perp. They never really research into it. Oh, I just come on and discredit people and like I never researched into it and I just don't believe anybody. I'm not going to even look into their testimony, look what other people say. It just sounds crazy to me, but, you know, my version of gang stalking is real and he's the bad guy. Come on, man. Every TI goes through a confusion stage, a research stage, a stage where you think everyone online is a credible target and not crazy and mentally ill. I'm like, yeah, I have my own issues. I have temper issues and things like that. I'm not perfect. I'm not smart. I'm not like a credible person whatsoever, but I'm not a fucking complete homeless, toothless, crackhead bum sitting on a street corner begging for change that like never did anything in his fucking life. Like I accomplished things in my life. They might not be great accomplishments, but I put my best foot forward and I try to do my best despite the circumstances, despite the gang stalking. Okay, so I just explained the best way I can. So this is what I mean by the plane synchronizations. We're gonna jump right into it. Dude, you're right. Dude, exactly. I don't know why people hate on me so fucking much. Dude, I'm telling you, like I should be hit by directed energy. It's black people won't articulate it into because let's say you're getting hit by directed energy. This guy wrote, you have a good theory on why white guys seems to only get attacked by directed energy because a white guy is the only type of ethnicity, no offense, we're all equal, that's going to talk into detailed sci-fi type of things and give the researchers the best info. Like a black guy's getting hit with directed energy. He's just going to tell you, I'm getting hit with directed energy. Like, dude, even when it's happening to me, like, I didn't really care about it. Like, I told you what happened is my bed would vibrate between 2 and 3 a.m., heavy vibrations. Sometimes it was my body. Like, there isn't medical explanation to it, but my bed had an EMF reading. It was a memory foam mattress. It's in my storage unit right now. And I put the EMF reader on my phone, which who knows how accurate that is, on a light bulb. Okay. So a light bulb has electricity and the bed had way more electricity EMF coming off of it than a light bulb, a memory foam mattress. And I'm talking different apartments and everything. So, and it would make my fucking body vibrate or whatever. So I believe they implanted a device. I mean, they have access to your home. I'm the TI that talks about that. Dude, I'll tell you how it's being done. Don't listen to these perps. They give your fucking keys out. People have been talking about this a long time. You get a locksmith, you get a copy of someone's key. Dude, I sat there and learned how to change locks. I changed like 10 locks. But white dudes, me, maybe because there's certain black dudes that act white that would maybe do it. But you know for a fact, if you have a white dude that has like a high school education and you attack them with directed energy, you introduce the theory of directed energy to him. He's going to research it and he's going to be like, oh, I'm getting vibrations in my left pinky toe between 11 a.m. and I'm documenting it in a journal. And I'm not trying to be fucking racist or biased. I'm just being real, dude. Like a black dude from the hood is never going to do that. He's never going to document in a journal, I'm getting hit with directed energy and like the electrodes are coming from the window and I've calculated this. Dude, it's all a social experiment. It has to do with the planes. Like, honestly, it's not as deep as the TIs think, people. This is about experimenting on everyone. This is going to be done to every citizen. This is about New World Order control. We're just the guinea pigs. Yeah, we're being used for research. Yeah, we're being targeted. But I believe other people are being targeted in our towns too in different ways, slowly into the program. Like, I definitely wasn't the first person in this area to be put in this program. Okay. This is like an MK Ultra military mind control new world order type of thing. More than we're coming after the one target. Like that's just fake. You know what I'm saying? No one has that much hatred. But yeah, the incredible things that are happening to you are most likely fucking real if you're a real TI. If you're one of these shills, dude, I'm not gonna sit here and promote your channel, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I will speak up on de facto. Yeah, he's a cool dude. He's smart. He has a great speaking voice and a good channel. You know, hopefully he makes money, even though I think he's a fake TI. I don't think he's a bad guy. Whatever. Make your money, man. But stop shilling and stop lying. Please. Stop saying it's fucking demons. It has nothing to do with fucking demons, man. Like the whole thing is demonic. Like we might be in a simulation of hell or a purgatory or something. Yeah. But these tactics, like these airplanes, I have an explanation for this shit, dude. So I'm gonna tell you what happened to me, bro. It's always happened from 2018, these weird airplanes. So I told this story. I'm in a parking lot and a bunch of jumbo liner fucking, I guess, Air Force jets. Not the jets, but the big, they look like like a passenger plane, but for the Air Force kind of. So 15 of them, I'm taking a delivery. I get like I'm not even gonna go into the story, but I just seen 15 of them go back to back to back to back, like not even that far behind. And I'm like, dude, that doesn't even make logical sense. What are you all gonna land at the same airport? Maybe you are. Maybe it's part of a training drill. Okay. So that was the first thing. And then I saw a CM Galaxy, which is the biggest plane, just circle around, which there is an Air Force base around here. And I was new to my target. It was like 2018, 19. But I don't think it was like, I don't know, it's just circling around. I would see it all the time in the beginning of my targeting. So like that stuff, whatever, right? I didn't see any drones. Okay. So I moved to North Carolina. First, there's one little drone. There's not much. Then after a while, I started noticing little stars, these fake stars or whatever. And then there's two that are like a satellite link. Okay. And that was it. That was all I had, let's just say, in my opinion, on surveilling me or whatever. Then systematically is this whole Skynet system of fake stars. Like you can look in the sky right now. If you see anything twinkling when it's like cloudy out at night, you can't see the stars if it's cloudy. You have to drive into like the back country and clear skies to see like hundreds and thousands of stars, like real stars. But this stuff you see in the city, pollution, light pollution, man, they're all fucking satellites. They're all some type of military, long-term drones or whatever the fuck. I believe they're big ass planes that can fly around. They're like AI controlled planes that can hover like a drone and surveil and stuff and fly into different locations. Because I've seen some weird stuff with that too. So there was a period of time where I was just seeing these aerial phenomena. We're not talking UFOs. I've seen those a long time ago. These are just aerial phenomenon of just like immaculate proportions as a target individual. I'm talking about every time you walk out your house, there's a jumbo liner passenger jet that's synchronized and flies directly over your fucking location. Now you're gonna notice this when you download FlightAware because you're gonna see another TI. This is what happened to me. Soon as I downloaded FlightAware, which I believe is connected to the government, I started getting all of these training drill aerial synchronizations of jumbo liners and all of this aerial traffic that I don't experience now. Like today, I made this live stream because I started getting it everywhere I drive. You know, when you're driving different directions, doing deliveries, you're going north, south, east, west. Like everywhere in your fucking your dash is a plane that's synchronizing with you, like it's spying on you. And these ain't no FBI Cessnas. These are jumbo liners. Now, I'm not sure. I haven't done the research. I'm not going to lie and be dishonest. I'm just giving my opinion. So everything on this channel is opinion. I'm a regular fucking person. And I tell people to research for your own. My research is Google and YouTube. I'm not someone that's masquerading like some magician with hidden information. I'm just a regular fucking person. This is how I talk. I'm not fucking lying to you about this shit, dude. Like, I'm not lying about anything, to be honest, because I'm just explaining what happened in my fucking targeting. So I have to do that disclaimer because these perps, and it's to anybody, this is a warning to any person that's being honest. They just say you're fucking lying. It's like, dude, I'm not fucking lying. I may be wrong. I'm giving my opinion. So I'm just explaining what's happening. FlightAware. Download the app because I saw the most targeted citizen. This is 2021, fresh in the North Carolina. That's when I start getting the Black Hawk helicopter harassment. Now, this is the most prolific harassment. We're going to go into deep detail of what the fuck happened with that in that time period, which it has stopped. It has stopped. What is it, 2024? And I'm being completely fucking honest with you. We're talking Black Hawk helicopter, low flying, intimidation harassment. 2024, we'll go back to 2023. Didn't happen there. I would say probably late 2022. This is the last time it was kind of like a little bit, I wouldn't even say heavy, but 2021 was the heaviest of the heavy. Okay. So we're going to go into deep detail of what I think I saw and things like that. Again, I could be fucking wrong about certain things I'm going to go into, and I'll give you a disclaimer on that. I'm not going to claim it's over. No. There's things that are fact that I'll tell you, and then there's something that weird that happened that maybe I fucking misinterpreted it or something. So I'll go into that. Want to talk about the jumbo liners, and this is concerning to me. So you get these synchronizations of jumbo liners. So I live in North Carolina. You might live in a similar state. If you live in like Oklahoma, Texas, you live out in the country, like, yeah, there's cities, but when you're driving out on the road, it's clear skies. You can see, like, when I live in Pennsylvania, you can't see the sky. There's tall ass trees. You have to drive to certain points to see. Like, you can't see anything because it's all wooded and all that crap, right? There's not a clear, like when you live down south, Florida, North Carolina, Georgia, you can just like turn your head, you can see the whole fucking sky basically. 360 angle. There's nothing obstructing your fucking vision. So I would be driving out to like the richer areas to do these deliveries. And this happened maybe like 5, 10, 15 times between that. I didn't really count. So these jumbo liners, when I go to the millionaire neighborhoods to do a delivery, and you got to keep in mind, I'm a targeted individual. These jumbo liners will completely break their flight path. And I'm talking about 90-degree angles. Fucking, you hear it like screeching in the air, flying low. Then there's an airport maybe 100 miles away, but they're not doing any maneuvers to like go to an airport. Like, they're just literally breaking their flight path to completely synchronize with my car driving, mirroring the speed. Okay, so we're talking about the jumbo liners now, the passenger jets. And it's like, it would happen a lot when I would go to the richer neighborhoods. Now, you got to keep in mind, if I'm a target individual, we live in a homeland security type of state. And I'm talking about millionaire, $2 million houses in like open neighborhoods. These are beautiful fucking homes. And I'm doing a DoorDash. And these fucking jumbo liners will start sky bombing and diving and doing these fucking immaculate, like, fucking angle turns to fucking put their belly up and synchronize with me, mirror my speed, low. And like, that was happening for a period, I don't know, like 6 months, 8 months or so. So that's one thing that they would do, right? So according to what I've researched, there are cameras on the bottom of these jumbo liners, right? And they're used to fucking spy on people a little bit now, or whatever, take pictures of stuff or something. I don't know. Now, it doesn't happen to all of them, but they could be. Another explanation: AI, Air Force planes with AI pilots or some shit that they just use that they just float around and use as surveillance blimps, basically. I'm just going into the research of very little, what I've done. So the weird matrix type of synchronization, weird Mandela effect, whatever you want to call it, is like, you'll walk out of a building and one of these fucking planes will be just again breaking their flight path and just completely synchronizing with you. Now, again, that's something that hasn't happened in 2 years. It's not common, but this will happen. I'm going to give you a 30-day period. In the heaviest form of it, it will happen in a 30-day period 15, 16, 17 times. So you'll have multiple days in a month where you'll have that. You're walking out of a building, and it's happened to me like twice in a day. And that's just not fucking normal, dude, unless you're under an airport. Like, yeah, it can happen. And I'm not talking about high in the sky plane blinking. It's like I'm talking about it's daytime. You're walking out your apartment, your hotel. For me, in these situations, and you just hear a plane. Now there's a period in targeting where it's a Cessna plane, and that's the actual FBI. Like, I'm not even kidding. It's from you posting online, possibly making threats, and that's real. If you start making threats online, you get the Cessna plane. Like, there is such thing as a Stuart Pitt, not like the Cessna. Like, that doesn't really last too long, in my opinion, for average targets. And I don't think the airplane stuff happens either. Okay. So you'll see TIs in 2021. They're filming these low ass planes, and it's all the TIs, including myself and others. There's a reason for that. And I hate these perps. Oh, you're just filming a plane. Like, no, dude. If you want to talk to me, ask me questions. Like, dude, I'm walking out of a building and there's a plane dipping low, and this is happening what? 10, 15 times, 20 times in a month for a consistent year. And you notice, like, you never notice that. Like, it might have happened, in your life once, twice, 3 times in your whole entire fucking life. Now in 1 month, 6 months, it's 30. Well, let's not say 30. In a 1 month period, let's be realistic from my experience, around like 15, 20, consistent. Like, you can set your watch to it. And again, this is what people were calling the classical synchronization gangstalking. The neighbors coming out the same time you come out. Now you have the planes synchronizing with you and dipping low as soon as you walk out of a building. This stuff doesn't last forever. Now, you don't hear other TIs. You hear them complain about it when it happens, and then you hear them go into a psychosis and then talk about other crap. That's not really gang. So, your King Mansa types, he may be a real TI, but it's just like you talk about crap. Oh, there's people at my work that are, I'm working right now. No one's doing anything to perp me. I've worked multiple areas and multiple jobs where no one's doing any perp tactics, and I got along great with everyone. See, like, there's different, like, with the workplace mobbing, you watch like and I'm using him as an example, like a targeted Tony video. Everyone's a perp. Oh, they're wearing red, they're a perp. They're part of the gift card program. And you put off this energy where you're suspicious of everyone. Everyone fucking talks shit because that's what people do. That's what weak ass people do. They talk shit behind your back. Oh, that new guy's fucking weird. He's standoffish. What is he talking about? Perp? What's a perp? Like, red shirt? Yeah, he's schizophrenic. I don't know. I hope he doesn't like. And then the actual gang stalkers come in. Yeah, he is crazy here. So let's see what these people are saying. Thank you, dude. Thank you for saying that. Nah, I don't think I'm the closest. I mean, I just haven't found anyone. There's so many shills. Like, I wish De Facto wasn't if De Facto wasn't such a shill, he'd probably be our best shot. But that demon crap, like, dude, I can't stand liars, man. Like, I'm not lying. I'm telling you what I think. Anyone can, like, look at someone's opinion, be like, he's lying because he's giving his opinion because he's not giving you facts. It's an opinion, dude. I'm allowed to say what I think. I can be a stupid person and say wrong shit, dude. That's the whole point of it. You're supposed to do your own fucking research and find the truth. You're not supposed to sit here and just be like, well, everything someone says has to be God's word, and otherwise he's a liar. Like, that's such manipulation. And I think people using this tactic are trained to use it because this is like debating tactics. It's like shit you learn from like a police station or something. Just being real with you, dude. This is like interrogation tactics or something they're using on me. Like, these perps that are beefing with me, like, hey, yeah, I understand. They're defending themselves. Like, I'm an asshole. I get it. Like, I'm not saying because they're defending themselves. There's a way to defend yourself, and that's with the truth. I'm not calling them perps because they have it out against me and they don't like me. A lot of people don't like me. A lot of people do like me in real life that I've met because I know how to conduct myself. Like, I'm not a fucking asshole in real life. Like, but this guy's right. Our brains are hooked up to an artificial intelligence, and that's what I'm talking about. When you downloaded that FlightAware app, you like signed up with some government like secret list thing. Oh, well, we can monitor you, and because you might be a terrorist, so we're gonna do this and that. Dude, FlightAware is the reason why these planes and these shit comes, dude. Because if you're monitoring, because I did see like, and this had nothing to do with gangstalking, like helicopters that were unlisted and shit, and those are secret helicopters. So I want to get into the helicopters because this was on purpose. This is people doing it. The black helicopters was people doing it. It was surveillance. It was intimidation. It was on purpose. Okay. I believe that full heartedly because it's not that common that you see fucking black helicopters. Like, yeah, you will see it again a couple times in your life, handful of times. So we're going to get into that. I just need to hit this bowl real quick. We'll get into the drones. This is a learn as I go. Like, the reason why I'm making this video is because I saw the activity today. I will get out my car and start filming it for you, but with these Android phones, you can't see anything. Like, you can barely see if you film a drone. Hey, I actually saw, like, I've been shopping on Temu. There is devices like I'm about to buy a drone. I'm about to buy a binocular. You can buy a binocular for your cell phone, and I'm gonna film these drones for you in clear, like as best as I can, HD and all that. I've already done it. I was wrong about the drones. That's why I'm coming back and talking about the drones. So the jumbo liners, let's recap that real life and real quick. Jumbo liners, when you walk out of a building, you'll see an abnormal amount of them synchronized with you. When you're driving in certain areas, they seem like they're fucking synchronizing. Like my car broke down. And this time I don't think it was Gangstalking. It was the time it broke down on Christmas. I don't know if anyone remembers that from my old channel, but that was because the car was old and I was driving it from Pennsylvania to North Carolina. I was pushing it and the fuel pump like fucking exploded. I don't think that had anything to do with Gangstalk. That car was fucking like 20 some years old and I was just pushing it the last hour of driving. Shit like that happens. But that happened on Christmas. So the Gangstalking program, they do modify your car to have these drones and these planes and shit synchronized with your car. You are being a magnet. I don't think that's directly with FlightAware. Like, it's like this is what I'm gonna explain what happened to me that I noticed one night, and I may be wrong. I'm followed by the drones or whatever. I do have a drone that follows me. It's just one, but when I look at the sky, I see like fucking maybe 15 or 20 of them. I think there's a nationwide program where it's all over the country. That's just my opinion because I've seen other TIs film in different parts of like Texas and shit, the same shit I get. So it's not all about me. That's something I learned. But this specific scenario, the sky was going crazy with planes. It didn't even make any logical sense. They're just fucking planes zooming left and right. I'm talking about like 50, 100 planes. I'm just out driving around in North Carolina on these fucking long ass like market type of roads with restaurants and things on it. But it's a long road. It has lights on it. It stretches out for maybe 15 miles. I don't want to name the road, but not that it fucking matters. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know, every state has it. These long, you go about 40, 50 on them. There's restaurants here and there. It's mostly open road restaurants, gas stations, things like that. So I'm just looking at the sky. I might have been waiting for the bus at that time. And like these planes, it's like these drones. This is my opinion. These drones are directing these like planes, and I don't think it has to do with gang stalking. But the drones are hooked up. Certain drones are hooked up to each target, right? So for me, I believe it's like 2 or 3 of them out of the 10, 15 that I could see. Um, But these planes were just fucking zipping by these fucking, like, dude, to me in my head, it's just like these drones were acting like air traffic control for the planes. Like they're acting like a satellite air traffic control for them for a little bit. But you'll notice this heavy airplane traffic in this certain period of your life that you just never fucking notice. I've heard other TIs talk about way before it happened to me. And we're not talking about you see some planes, 4 or 5 planes here and there. You're outside for a couple hours. You see a couple planes, 5, 10 planes, or whatever. Like, dude, it's like everywhere you go, every time you leave a building, there's like 5, 6, 7 jetliners just zipping by, low as hell. And there's no airport in sight. There's no reason for it. It's just like a simulation type of weird vibe. Like this shit is fucking weird. It has nothing to do with gang stalking and surveillance, but it has to do with gang stalking. So that's not a big deal. We just want to cover that. Next, we're going to helicopters. More of a big deal, in my opinion. So the Black Hawk helicopters started happening in Raleigh, North Carolina in 2021. I got a couple Black Hawks, some weird stuff with helicopters before, but nothing like, it could be a coincidence. It's nothing you could like really report on. But once I moved to this apartment in Raleigh, it's just like helicopters were flying by my fucking apartment day and night. And at first it was a couple of hospital. I had the FlightAware app, but I was really getting these Black Hawk helicopters that were fucking just like fucking just running drills and shit just all by me all the time. Now one time I was delivering fucking DoorDash, and I'm pulling into this apartment complex, like a black apartment complex, not a high crime area, but by the university there. And there's a black woman, right? And she wants to use my cell phone because she needs to call the police. And I usually don't fucking like doing shit like that because I don't know what the fuck's going on. And this is exactly why not. So this black girl, she's probably around 20-ish, the young 20s. She has a lesbian girlfriend or girlfriend, right? Butch girlfriend that's beating her. So she's calling the police. She's outside the apartment at the entrance of the apartment. Like I could literally probably off of memory take you there if you were fucking in that area. So again, yeah, this is a story, and again, how am I going to document this? What am I going to do? Like film? Like I don't know this is going to happen. I don't know any of this can happen. Like, dude, I'm a fucking DoorDash delivery. I don't know if this is going to happen. So they say in the gang stalking at this time when I'm watching the videos from other TIs, don't let anybody touch your phones. When you used to have real TIs on the fucking community, there were some real ones, like no name people. They're like, don't let anyone touch your phone. They're going to do something to it. So this girl fucking grabs my phone. She calls 911. And it seems like she's just calling 911 from my perspective. I had the iPhone at that time. As soon as she fucking calls 911 with my phone, a black Apache helicopter. Yeah, and the National Guard is in that area. I get it. I'm not even kidding you, dog. Like you're looking at the belly of this shit here. It's like rattling the ground. It's like fucking 600-700 feet off the ground. As soon as she calls 911, synchronization, black Apache helicopter, dude. Fucking belly up right in your fucking face. So this stuff has already been going on for a little bit. So later down the line, like a year and a half later, I move into another apartment and I call the police because there's these illegal immigrants, just like how they're doing in Colorado right now, trying to intimidate part of the program, part of the police or whatever, the sheriff, sitting on my fucking porch and shit at night, dude. Like sitting on the edge of my fucking porch and just like fucking at 3 a.m, like screaming, smoking meth, I believe. I believe he's on meth. This dude looked like TV Johnny. And like, oh, as a form of intimidation, like there's plenty of places he could sit. Like I'm not, they try to make it seem like you're being paranoid, but it's just not safe to have someone lurking outside of your window at 2, 3 a.m. and is just cozying up there. That's just like a haven for a criminal. Oh, I'm just chilling by your window midnight, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm just gonna be chilling by your bedroom window, 1 foot away or on your porch. I'm gonna be sitting on your porch. It's not my right to tell him to leave, but I'm just saying. I called the police because I told him, I asked him to leave, like, yo, can you leave? And he just fucking wouldn't leave. Like, dog, can you sit there? Like, you're sitting on my fucking patio. Like, I want to go to sleep. Like, that's paranoid. I get it, but it's just when you're doing it every night. Let's say they're doing it one night, which they did. People did that. I was like, whatever. Like, you're doing it every night as like as a fucking message. Like, yeah, dude, I'm gonna call the police. Like, there's only a couple options. Let it go. Hope he doesn't break into my house. B, call the police. Or C, fucking handle it myself and go to jail or fucking kill somebody. Beat someone up, go to jail, have retaliation done on me. Like, you gotta play smart when you're an adult here. Like, come on, man. So I called the police one time and I forget what happened. I don't know. I can't remember specifically. I think they fucking like hung. I explained everything. Hey, guys sitting on my fucking patio, blah blah blah, won't leave when I fucking tell them. And I forget what happened. Did they hang up? I don't remember. The only thing I remember, as soon as I call them, a black helicopter fucking flies. And I said that, and I sounded fucking crazy on the fucking line. I'm like, dude, why the fuck when I call you, it takes 3 hours? Like, you guys have a black helicopter rotating around my fucking house because I'm getting the heavy helicopter harassment. So another time and again, these are all stories because let's say this stuff is happening. How are you going to fucking predict it? You're living a life. You're not like, well, I know I'm going to predict a black helicopter is going to fall out of the sky right now. Let me grab my phone. And I actually did film that. And I actually did put that on my fucking YouTube channel. And I told the cops that I filmed it. I'm like, dude, what's up, dude? Like, there was a drone pointed at my house. Everything, dude. So this is when there was constant drone surveillance on my house, like not high in the sky, twinkle twinkle little star. I'm talking about diagonal, low window drone surveillance. That was going on for 2 to 3 years when I first moved to North Carolina. Okay. So it's obviously the government doing this shit. Like, this is just, come on, man. I don't know which branch of the government, but it is. Like, I abruptly moved to North Carolina out of nowhere. And as soon as I get there, within a month, I'm followed by drones in every window. You know what I'm saying? Like, not some drone that, oh, I have to look around the corner. Dog, pointed at my fucking window because I didn't even think it was a drone. I thought it was a star. And that was happening a little bit before I moved, but it wasn't every fucking night. So I believe there was a period where I was synced up. Like, this is a long fucking story and testimony. Okay? Like, it's not really easy to articulate this shit. I'm not a good storyteller. I fucking suck at telling stories. I've already told this story, so it's like you get exhausted from telling this fucking shit. But the reason why I bring this shit up, there's these perps, I'm not gonna name them. They're like, oh, he just tells stories. Like, dude, that's the only way you can explain it. How else am I gonna explain? What am I gonna have a documentary film crew follow me around with a fucking bibliography about it? Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Like, this is the only way you can explain it. You don't have to fucking believe anything I'm fucking saying. It's up to you to believe what I'm saying or not. You can say, hey, it's bullshit. Okay. I don't care. I'm not fucking bullshit. The reason why I say these stories and give these fucking experiences because I believe other people are going through it. If I didn't believe other people are going through this shit, I wouldn't even fucking talk about it. But this is what the whole TI community was about. It's like, hey, I'm going through these experiences of surveillance, of covert harassment, of things. Yeah, there are things that are fucking crazy that happen. Like, all my electronics have been burnt out. Like, people are gonna think I'm lying about this. My microwave burnt out. My Xbox controller, the right trigger stopped working after the last Xbox controller broke. Like, I don't think people are doing this shit. Like, I think appliances can get targeted. My second jump starter has fused out again. Like, dude, I don't know, man. It could be a fucking poltergeist. It could be fucking Marines and fucking invisible ghillie suits, or people wearing 5G bodysuits that can fucking act as ghosts through the military that can come fuck with their shit. I just don't think it's demonic. Maybe it is demonic. Some of these weird things that fucking happen. But I think it's technology based. So let's read some comments. But I want to go into the black helicopter. Like, so besides those two stories, like, dude, I have videos of it. I don't feel like posting it. Like, dude, I was just getting harassed by black helicopters. Like, I'm at a park in Pennsylvania after the North Carolina incident, like moving there and all that shit. I'm visiting my family. I'm playing basketball at a fucking suburban park with white moms playing tennis and kids and shit. And a fucking FBI black helicopter comes, do 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 do. Like, dude, there was a period where it was just complete intimidation. Now, I would go visit my parents, so that's breaking away from the surveillance system, right? Like, I'm going to visit my parents because I live in North Carolina, so I'll go on these little road trips for like 2-3 days, maybe a week or whatever I feel like staying. And I'll stop at a gas station in Virginia and it would shake the whole, and this happened twice. It didn't happen a bunch of times, it happened twice, in a 4-year period. But a black helicopter came out of nowhere and just shook the whole Sheetz gas station. That's happened like maybe 3 times. Okay, one in North Carolina. It was like, just shook the whole guy. Like, that's how low they were flying, dude. Like, then that was during the height of the surveillance, or the aerial surveillance. Like, there is, like, it does die down with the planes. Like, I'm just saying from my experience, it dies down heavily. You get the drone stuff, that dies down too. You still get it, but I'm talking about, when I say drone surveillance, I'm talking about they're on your ass like white on rice. Like, you see it moving in the sky. Like, I'm driving on the I-40 in North Carolina, and I saw this big, and it's what, 6 o'clock in the morning, so the sun's out a little bit, and I see this big, bright fucking thing just moving across the fucking sky, and I have to look over my shoulder while I'm driving every 5 seconds for like a half a second. I'm like, that shit is moving. Like, what the fuck? Like, that doesn't happen all the time. Like, that's just in your face, fuck you drone surveillance, okay? There's passive drone surveillance, there's passive aerial surveillance, and there's, aggressive, fuck you, like, I'm in your fucking face type shit. That's not, I mean, dude, it's not that bad. Like, I'm just being honest with you. It's not that fucking bad. But the whole phenomenon, like, that's where the phenomenon word comes in. It is a phenomenon. There's no explanation to it. Maybe it's not the government, but I will give you my explanation what's going on. Okay. I believe it's military drills, man. I believe they're running drills and they're hitting multiple targets in the area and they're synchronizing with them, but they don't know exactly what they're doing. They're hitting like checkpoints on a map and it's just a training drill. I think the planes, they usually come out when you're like talking about violence. Because if you're a real TI dude, you test the waters. I do it all the time. I'll talk about violence in the privacy of my home just to piss them off, and I'll like fucking like piss off the surveillance unit, just like fucking just antagonize them and shit, and they'll just ramp up the targeting. Like, I target the targeters, dude. That's the type of T I am. Like, I reverse target. Like, I go after these fuckers as much as I can. Like, I'm in my fucking car, and I noticed this since 2008. My targeting is community based, and it's from me talking shit behind people's back in the privacy of my car and being distributed out to the community. I would literally bait people. Like, I would talk shit on people and they would gang stalk me and shit, and I'll just do it as a test. Like, I've done this shit before, dude. Like, you're being surveilled. It's a giant surveillance apparatus. You're one of the few people being targeted, and they punish you. Like, gang stalking is just, instead of them hiding in the background, they're in your face with it. That's all gang stalking is. They're just in your face to make you do an action, like look crazy, hurt somebody, be under their mind control, their synchronization techniques, whatever the fuck they're doing behind the scenes. I don't fucking know. I'm just explaining. Maybe it has to do with brain computer interfacing and brain mapping. I don't know. I just include all this stuff because it's all fair game for these people. Okay? But the aspect of the police being behind it, man, I mean, it's highly unlikely unless you're in the very early stages, unless you're a criminal, unless you have something against the police. Because there are real criminals and shit. Like, they don't have this patience for this stuff, to do these planes and stuff. They just don't have the fucking patience for it, man. They don't. They're not gonna be like, he's coming outside, let's synchronize a jumbo line there. We're the cops. He's coming outside. He's hooked up to brain computer interface. We're gonna synchronize a fucking passenger plane over his fucking head. You know what I'm saying? Like 9/11. That's why I put that in my name. Supposedly it was like remote controlled planes or something, dude. Like, we live in some type of matrix. We really do. we live in some type of matrix. That's why I talk about my gang stalking. It's not, oh, I'm a victim. Like we have these perps that come on and say I'm complaining about Keck license plates and being a victim. I'm not. I'm not complaining, dude. You know, if anything, I'm pissed about a financial sabotage. Like I wish I had a fucking car by now. That's what I'm pissed about. And the vandalism of the car and the breaking into the house. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit pisses me the fuck off. But that's just not that common for me to be like mad day by day. Now these perps act like I fucking just talk about and complain like I'm a victim and I care. They're doing that because their tactic didn't work. They're wasting all these fucking resources. They're hiring all these online actors to egg me on and others on and to discourage them from collecting evidence. Like, dude, do whatever the fuck you want. I'm not sitting here telling you, you know, there's certain things that I'll fucking like frown upon and I'll make fun of you. Like if you're going out filming people in their face and interrogating people, like, oh yeah, I'll talk shit on you. But I'm not saying not to do that. Do whatever the fuck you want. Think however you want. Believe I'm lying. Believe I'm telling the truth. It's up to you. Doesn't fucking affect me. I don't fucking know who you are. So why would I sit here and waste all this time lying if I don't even fucking know you? I would have to know you. I would have to be asking for money. Like there's a reason why people lie about these experiences. They always ask for fucking money. Why the fuck else would they be doing it? Just for entertainment? Oh, you're lonely. Now, I use this YouTube as just like every other TI, as a craft, as a platform. Hey, we have people like Mark the Messenger, Noob. Well, they're not real TIs. Who else do we have that's like a decent example? I don't really like any of those people. I don't want to be like any of those people. Who's a decent example of a fucking TI here? Can't even fucking think of any. But yeah, I don't aspire to be a YouTube targeted individual. Like I just don't fucking care about that shit, to be honest, dude. I've had like how many channels deleted? I've deleted my channel several times. Like this shit's not that fucking fun to explain anymore. I do this shit for the people that I believe there are 5, 10 people that might listen to my fucking video that are real TIs. I don't do this shit for the fucking perps that sit here and discredit every single fucking person and try to gain your trust. Bro, they're discrediting everybody. How can you even get close to trusting them, dude? It's not about me. It's not about fighting with me. They're like, oh, the whole thing is fake, but you know, he's the bad guy because he does these little caveats that aren't fucking good social cues. Like, we have people saying shit like, I have a bad personality. Like, dude, if I was trying to be a TI that's here to like a de facto, do you think I would be calling people faggots and like trying to start fights with people I don't fucking think are real TIs and doing all that fucking shit? Wouldn't I just try to do whatever would make me the most money? Wouldn't I hold my tongue and put these calculated live streams out and things like that? Like, dude, I'm making these live streams off the cuff. I didn't even know I was going to make this live stream 3 hours ago till I saw the planes, and now the planes are fucking gone. And the reason why I saw all these planes, and I believe it's a part of drills, there is a military base around here. I believe it's part of drills. They were fucking like basically following me for like an hour because I'm in a rental car. I'm in a new rental car. And they do that. In my targeting, like when I switch vehicles, which happens often, or if I go from not having a vehicle, like they'll just start doing that shit as a backup or something. That's just my opinion. Like you are hooked up to some type of surveillance, not because targeted individuals are so important. It's because we live in a fucking simulation, dude. Like I'm just convinced now, like this is not real. I believe, but my theory is this simulation was real when we were kids and something happened to the earth to put us into a simulation. I believe we're in a safe mode. Like we're safer now than we were growing up. I felt like things, maybe as you grow up, you become more numb to reality or something. You become more wise. But I felt like you were more fragile in the old world. Like you're so much more safer. Like you'll live longer in this world. But you have to deal with all this like Trump, MSNBC, weird news, psyop crap that's just completely weird. Like you got to look past gang stalking, man. Like this live stream is about the airplanes and the drones and things. Like, come on, man. Like that's not what's all that's going on. And I was confused and I was wrong. And that's why I'm coming back to edify my message, because I'm learning as I'm going, as a real TI should. You shouldn't have all the fucking answers. That's just ridiculous. Oh, I know exactly what's going on with the planes. And I know exactly what's going on with the helicopter. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not telling stories. But like, if I show videos for years, all people are gonna say is, "You're just filming a plane. I see planes all the time." Like, dude, I'm smart enough to know not to waste my time on that. These perps like to play this game where I'm supposed to waste my time filming planes just so they can say, "Oh, you're just filming planes." Like, dude, I'm smarter than you. I'm not gonna sit here and play your game. You're never gonna be convinced. If I showed you a fucking video of a UFO landing in front of me and aliens coming out, you would just say it's all fake CGI. Like, you're just a hater. You're a low IQ piece of crap. And that's for anybody that does that to anybody, dude. This is not personal. Don't let these fuckers do that, man. There's certain things that we just need to eliminate from this planet. And those stupid mindsets where adults play these little games, these perp mind trick games. Well, prove this. Oh, but you didn't prove it the way I wanted. Like, get the fuck out. Don't even waste your fucking time, dude. Ignore these fuckers. They're perps. Anybody wasting their time asking you to prove something is a perp, dude. Like, if let's say you have proof of something, someone's like, prove this, and you show them the document, you show them the photo, the video, and they keep saying, well, you didn't prove it the way I liked it, and I didn't like the way you showed it, and that didn't show nothing, and they're wasting their time doing that. They're a perp. No one's gonna waste their time doing Nerve Gorilla, the biggest fucking gang stalking creep perp. He had my phone because when I was beefing with him, that's when my DoorDash and everything was what I talk about wasn't working. Where I was like, wow, this is beyond gang stalking. This is someone that's personally trying to stop me from every delivery. Dude, every time I click DoorDash to load the app, it would just do an unlimited boot loop screen. It would just be loading, loading, loading. So I have to go to settings, app, force app, stop to open it. I'm not talking about 80%, 70. Every fucking time I did factory reset, changed network passwords, did every fucking thing. That dude, and I seen him on his video going to the Google Play Store command prompt and put all these coding in for his cell phone. So he knows how to do that. It's in the coding. It'll be like freeze app, stop cache, 100 million, like whatever the fuck he put in the fucking code, dude. He's an advanced hacker. And when we were beefing, he was just showing me that he was hacked. He was working with John Targeted Patton's brother. They're all working together, dude. Someone sent me a message. Someone sent a message, and I've shown it in my community posts because I don't see. This is what gets me mad when people say shit like this is a story. This isn't a story. I've shown you the screenshot. Nerve Gorilla, aka Dan French, has all of your devices mirrored on his website, saying that my fucking cell phone was hacked and on his fucking website. So that's what I'm getting at. People, like, what I told today was a bunch of stories. I'm not going to lie. When I'm talking about helicopters, shit that I'm not going to show you, hey, that's at your viewer discretion advised. You don't want to believe it, fine. You want to believe everything but that or whatever, that's all up to you, dude. I don't give a fuck. That doesn't affect me. I have bills to pay. I have shit to fucking do. Like what the fuck? I don't care. I'm just trying to help other people because I'll have people come in my comments that seem like real targets at least, and they'll be like, "Hey, yeah, I go through the same shit, dude. I do this shit for them, not for like weird stalker liars. That's not who I'm making videos for, to prove things." What I believe I'm an expert at, and because I've researched this pretty heavily out of this whole scenario, this live stream, I don't know everything, but more than the planes and everything. So just to go over real quick, I think the planes have to do a FlightAware app. When you sign up for FlightAware, they're signing you up to some type of Boeing secret experiment where planes are synchronized and they're making money off you. So I don't think that has to do directly with gang stalking, but that's something that a lot of TIs will experience. So you're going to be a TI, you get the tactics, you learn about FlightAware from Stuart Pidlong, you sign up for the app. When you sign up for the app, you don't read the disclaimer and the privacy policy, and you're being hooked up to a brain-computer interface that's going to reroute planes to fly over your fucking location because they're making money off of fucking cryptocurrency. Again, this is all hypothesis, people. Like, I am not claiming I know that. I mean, I'm good at guessing. That's what I'm just displaying here. Okay, for all slow 6'4" people that look like light-skinned abdominal slow snowmen in Colorado that need to get lost in the fucking woods and with their Jesus sandals and their fucking mini fros. Okay, these Sasquatch fucking beings, these low vibrational people. That is a hypothesis. I am guessing. I am not a NASA scientist. I am a regular person like you that looked up Google for a few extra hours. So yeah, compared to some fucking guy that's an armchair idiot, I know some shit. But again, no one else is researching this shit. Like, I'm the fucking groundbreaking researcher in this fucking field. Okay, not that I'm tooting my own horn. I'm just saying no one else, I'm that unique of a person. That's why these fucking haters want to discredit me. And that's why I'm put in this program and throttled financially and socioeconomically, is because I am a unique outlier in the matrix system. Like, I am not a good YouTuber. I'm not a good public speaker, but I can generate an audience and generate interest, even though I have a fucking boring ass fucking voice, self-admittingly, because I know what the fucking people want and I'm not going to hold it from you. And that's what pisses me off about these fucking perps. Instead of giving you what you want as a subscriber, they want to talk, give you this fucking bullshit narrative. Oh, it's not happening. Oh, I saw this. My name Charlie Patton. Let me answer your questions. I can't do the voice right now. Let me get a sip of water real quick. I need to perfect the voice here. Sorry, my voice is parched. It's like singing. When you do these fucking voices and these characters, it's like singing. You gotta like clear your voice. I need like gargle olive oil. Because I have the perfect targeted pattern voice, but my character voice is fading as I age, right? Smoking and getting older here. My name's Targeted Pattern. I heard the right question. I'm just known for asking the right questions. I'm bi-curious. I'm Targeted Pattern. I ask the right questions. I can't do it. I had it perfect. That sucked. Fuck. Fucking stressed out in life, dude. Seriously. My life isn't that fucking bad, but you know, as far as the targeting go, again, I'm not one of these victim TIs. The financial sabotage of fucking like ruining all my cars in 6 months and repairing a vehicle and then the next day making me repair it again for some other problem, like sporadically 10, 15 times. And there's been times where the program has actually given me money, and I've spoken on that. I got in a free car rental where the pending charge for the car rental disappeared. Like, it's the NSA doing that shit. I got free hotels. when I was staying at the hotels a few months ago for what, like 3 days. I saved like $100. That happened like once or twice, where like they would charge the money on the debit card, then it would go back to my bank, and I would hurry up and take that money out because I was so fucking broke. I was willing to go into overdrive, which I did several times, and then they would never like take that charge, and the hotel would never say it. There was like an understanding. Also, when I first moved into the apartment, again, they're gonna like clip this, acting like I'm getting freebies. We got to keep in mind that my car's being vandalized. Like it's not that bad, but I'm just saying there's bad things happening to me left and right, and I'm being targeted. I'm going through this system. But they would give me these like little freebies and shit. Like I was not paying electric for what, a couple months. There was all this confusion like with the last tenant and shit, and like they never charged for that. So it was probably like what, $300. I found like $20 on the ground several times, which I felt like was left on purpose. One time it wasn't, but I was fucking broke as shit. Like the lady in line dropped the 20, and again, like I would not normally, I wouldn't do this if I had money, but I was literally living in hotels, renting cars, and like had nothing. I pulled the old step on the $20 bill. You know the trick. You step on it and you don't move that foot until that person leaves. Like someone, you're at a casino, someone drops a $20 bill, you step on it before anyone see it, and you just stand there until the scene is clear. You like pretend to tie your shoes, you lift your shoe up and you take the 20. I mean, you don't usually do that, but you know, I was fucking homeless at the time. That lady had plenty of fucking money. And now if I have money in my bank, I'm gonna be like, oh, excuse me, you dropped that. I've done that before. Like it's just, $5 usually. But the other times I found money, it was just like I'm working at the cleaning the gas stations with the gig app job or whatever, and like I found 20s like several times. Like it was weird. And then a couple times I found like a five. Found a total of probably like $100 on the ground. Couple years, like 120. And then someone came into my work when I was working at Bojangles, and they gave everyone $100 bill. So again, this is when I was hurting though. Like I literally had nothing. Like I bought my family Christmas presents, and that fucking helped to like buy the Christmas presents and shit for that year. It was literally because it was Christmas. She must have worked there. So she worked at like a bank. This fine ass black lady, North Carolina, big ass, like beautiful ass. There's a lot of those in North Carolina, man. Just beautiful ass black women. Like black women are beautiful everywhere. Don't get it twisted, but there's just like that's what it's known for, in that state, I guess. Like dark skinned women, especially. So just nice ass, like church, dark skinned black women, you know what I'm saying? Not like ghetto or anything like that. Working at good ass jobs, fat ass. There's a lot of those out there. I guess North and South Carolina and the South and shit. So yeah, she came in. She was work for some, I think Chase Bank. She gave everyone like an envelope with $100 bill in it. But again, if you're living a normal life, that's awesome. Yeah, dude, I never had any money to my fucking name. I was always in debt, like negative in my bank account for years, doing all these like shady ass credit card things where I'm like, the rental car, when you rent it long term, they put money back because everything's a rental hold on your credit card. So you pay the initial 200, then you pay another 300 to extend it. Then you can do it like 3 times, but the initial 200 goes back to your credit card. So I was always spending that money. So I was always in the negative. So I did that for an entire year. I was in the negative, just fucking renting cars and paying for my either apartment or hotel. And I didn't have a fucking penny to my fucking name, just like fucking going off air, basically, dude. But like, there'll be these little times where I get these little breaks from the program, and it's clearly the NSA or whoever that's runs shit behind the scenes that's like feeling sorry for me, like, oh well, we'll cut them a bone. Oh, we're rich. We were doing great. I mean, for karma, we'll just throw them a little. Fuck you, people, man. Burn in fucking hell, faggot. gosh, I want to say fucking more. Like, dude, I want to just go off, dude. If you're not going off as a TI, you're such a fucking fake. Like, yeah, I'm not promoting that you go off and say some fucking things that can land you in jail. Not at all. But like, fuck, you don't show any fucking emotion. 4 years, 5 years you've been posting. Like, get the fuck out of here. You Michael Bardens, all these people. These perps. Oh, well, they're not raping you. They're not doing this. They're not fucking setting your house on fire. That's the whole point. They're avoiding jail time. They're doing everything under the radar in a way to Zerzetsung slow torture you, dude. It's effective. They're not doing stupid little things that aren't going to fucking bother you. And it's not psychosis or anything. They're actual things that bother everyday normal people. Like their personal property that they work hard for being damaged and destroyed, dude. It's behavior modification. It's communism. Oh, you bought this nice product? No, you should own any nice product. Someone might come in your house and destroy it. Now, that doesn't happen every time. I'm not trying to scare anybody. If you haven't experienced it yet, that's not going to happen most likely. But yeah, for hard targets, like, dude, that's something you can't just, and it doesn't happen all the fucking time. I'll be honest. It's not something like all the, like how Young Steel and everyone else says it. But these motherfuckers, and not saying like, I believe stuff happened to him because he showed evidence too of people breaking his closet door, coming in. It's about people intimidating you, and you feeling helpless. Like not every man's gonna take that. There's men that are gonna fucking feel scared that someone came in their house. Oh, what if they come when I sleep? What if they come slit my throat? What if they poison me? Like, come on, man. Like seriously, it's about intimidation, dude. It's not about damaging. Like, let's say I got a gold statue. They're not gonna like steal the gold statue. They're gonna fucking chip it. So it's like, oh, why the fuck am I even buying stuff right now? It's a behavior modify you because a normal person can buy something nice, and unless it gets stolen, unless it's actually stolen, no one's gonna fuck with your shit, dude. The only time your shit's getting fucked with if someone breaks your house and steals it. And that's if you advertise to everyone that you have it. You can secretly buy something expensive on Amazon and no one know you have it. Not if you're a targeted individual. Now, they'll never steal your shit. So that's one thing you can actually rest assured. Your house will never get broken into and stolen. You don't have to worry about that when you're TI at all. I mean, that did it. I had 2 laptops stolen from me when way before my targeting. Like I bought one laptop, person broke in. It was a family friend, and then he was addicted to drugs. And then he came in weeks later, and I bought another one, stole the second one. But I'm talking about if you're a TI, you shouldn't worry about anything getting stolen. Now it will get damaged. That's a guarantee. Okay, it will get touched. Rushing is giving American targeted individuals. They're going through BCI extraction, having an American and Canadian village in Moscow. If you could have all the answers to your questions in freedom. Let me go into Dr. DeSucco, Dr. De facto, saying that it's spiritual because Edward Snowden ran to Russia. So he's safe in Russia, that it's a spiritual demonic thing or something, right? That's what he claimed, or something to that effect. The reason why Edward Snowden isn't being gang stalked in Russia is because Russia is the opposite enemy of America. America has no satellites in that airspace. Russia has their own satellites. They have their own gang stalking program that's separate from the Western world gang stalking program. They have the KGB, aggressive, in your face, torture, thug gang stalking. So their gang stalking program is separate. North Korea's gang stalking program is separate. They have their own satellites, their own surveillance, NSA data centers or whatever that aren't hooked into the MI6 Western civilization. That's why all these people go to Russia, because the CIA can't touch you in Russia. That's what's going on. Yeah, they can send an agent or a spy to poison you and influence someone to come It's gonna be tough for them, but they don't have the satellite and the telephone and the fucking internet infrastructure that the West has with Europe. That's why Edward Snowden's safe there. De facto is a fucking shill, dude. I don't know if he's real or fake, but he just shills all the fucking time and just gives misinformation. He's a gatekeeper. What I will say for sure that I know from YouTube conspiracy theorists labeling terms, he's a gatekeeper. The gate he's putting up is the demon. It's all demons. That's the gate. It's all demons. It's all demons. Like, he's pretty bad, dude. I'm not a fan of him, dude, anymore. And his content sucks. It used to be good. It sucks so fucking bad. It's really fucking bad. It's the same regurgitated, give me money, I hurt my elbow, help me, help me. I'm going to do good live streams for a little bit, but you have to give me money. It's fucking stupid. Jobs are abundant both in and out of the government. They will provide citizenship for 6 months government service. I'm willing to fight, but you don't have to. It's the Western totalitarian government and its mass mob that are undergoing mass formation psychosis. This guy's a CIA agent. This country has taken everything from my 3 children. They separate the enemy of the enemies. My friend, Russia and China has become similar programs, but they're not hiding it from their citizens. Now, I've been shopping in creating instruction manuals for like China to take over the United States, because I am done with the United States. Like, that is something. Battle for your brain. I didn't even say anything about this. I was thinking about this earlier because I am hooked up to a computer interface, and I was thinking about, like, dude, I'm fucking sick of this country. I hope Russia and China just fucking invade it, dude. Like, I'm sick of it. Like, dude, I've been fighting a war to own a car for 3 years. An actual fucking war. A covert war to stop me from owning a car, dude. I'm not a fucking idiot. I'm not even kidding. In my name, before the targeting, I own probably like 8 or 9 cars, dude. I don't have any issue buying a fucking car. Like, it's not that hard to save up $1,500. Now, I'm not blaming everything on the fucking program, but if I wasn't in a program, I would have my own fucking car. I would be on a whole different level of lifestyle right now. Living in a nice, probably like a decent little penthouse apartment, driving like a fucking newer sports vehicle, and working good ass jobs, dude. Like, they don't want me to have that because I'm an enemy of the state. But battle for your brain. I was thinking this all day, like, fuck America. Like, I'm not afraid to say it. I'm almost at the point, like, I hope that every American never has a car, just like the Klaus Schwab, whatever. Just start it. Put everyone in a camp, whatever, dude. You won't let me own a fucking car. And it's the entire public teaming up against me. It's not the government. It's the public, dude. You key every fucking car that I park. Like, come the fuck on, dude. Like, it's kind of slowed down. But, dude, I've rented cars. Like, every car I park gets keyed and gets vandal fucking lies, dude. But it has slowed down. I'll admit it. But it could happen at any fucking time, dude. And the break-ins weren't that fucking. I would say the car vandalism was the worst for me. Like, I don't even talk about the break-ins because it was really that one apartment. I think, like, noticeable fucking break-ins and shit. But again, like, it doesn't really happen that often in my targeting. The thing that's like a guarantee is the car vandalism, the car sabotage. Like, dude, I just had fucking multiple cars in my neighborhood EMP'd, dude. Like, everyone needed new batteries, like, and new alternators in the same day. In the same fucking house row, like 3 rows of cars, including mine, needed new alternators. Like, come on, man. Like, I'm just tired of fucking even talking about shit like that. Like, every time I have a leg up, I have to go through like 20 car repairs and 10 new cars, and it's just perfectly synchronized for me to go completely bankrupt and lose all hope, dude. Like, that is not how my life was. And I've had car issues, dude. They come and go. You neglect a car, you get a car issue down the line. It happens, dude. One after the other. Like, you fix a car the same day you bring it back from getting fixed. Something else fucking breaks. Like, dude, that's all, like, I don't know. It's all sabotage. It's all electrical. They hit your electrical fucking units. That's what Stuart Pidlong says. That's what other targets say. Like, that's what they hit. Everything else can be traced, like putting something in the fuel tank. That can be traced if you really have a mechanic sign a fucking affidavit or something. Like, if you really go that far, all this stuff is just military EMP testing, the drones that I talk about, and all that shit, man. I don't know who Green Man is. Interesting. Well, I'm not gonna read all your comments. I have to go. I have to go to work in the morning early. Interestingly, the helicopters were also frequently seen close to the site of cattle mutilations. Yeah, I've heard that people seen the mutilated cows being thrown out by black helicopters. Like, black helicopter harassment is not something I invented. Like, that is something conspiracy theorists have been talking about well before gang stalking. If you've seen UFOs, you've seen black helicopters. They come harass you, the men in black. But who's doing it? I researched the black helicopters too. It's the Air National Guard. That's who's doing it. That's who has the black helicopters. It's in your area. It's the Air National Guard. They're black helicopters. They're not the FBI. They have fucking mounted guns on it. Now, I saw a rally, and I could be wrong. I'm just telling you what I saw. I saw a Raleigh PD police helicopter with a mounted energy weapon. It looked like a giant oil drum on the bottom of the rail of it. So I Googled helicopter with energy weapon on it, and it mirrored that same. I might not have been. It might have been some type of fuel tank or something. It was some big, huge tank hanging off the rail of it that had like a laser pointer on the end of it. I Googled helicopter with energy weapon, and it mirrored that. Okay, so now another thing I want to say that I believe I saw. Now, this is the thing I was talking about. Don't take my word for this, because I may have misinterpreted what I saw. I'm looking out of a 7-story window of my apartment. I see a black helicopter flying low right around my apartment, and I see it spraying a gas out of the bottom of it. Now, I could be wrong. It was foggy out, so maybe I'm wrong. So this is not something you take for, like, gold. This is just something I may have saw it wrong. Maybe, that stuff happens in your life. I'm not perfect. But the smell, I would describe it, was like a skunky smell, like really bad stink bomb, like skunky smell. And it like made me feel weird. Like, that's how I would describe it. But it all could have been in my head or something like that. So that's not something I take to the bank, right? So here's the deal, man. Drones, I know the drones in and out. I researched the drones in and out. Regular people are getting the drones. They're nationwide. A lot of these stars that you see twinkling that are low stars are the drones. If you have one on you, it'll be a bright star, and it'll be synchronized, perfect symmetrical line to your windows, to your workplace, to your home. Every time you look out a building, it's there. That's the drone that's following you. It's bright. It's let's say you're in the city, right? You're gonna see it past the buildings, like past the top of the buildings. It's gonna be high in the sky, but it's gonna be bright. It doesn't look anything like a fucking star. That's the one that's hooked. That's just a general drone, like a military or police style matrices drone, I believe they're called, type of drone. They're not that expensive. I believe, $50,000 drone. Okay. The drones, I believe, in the severe cases, control the perps. And oh my god, I scared the crap out of my fucking self. I put my own window down. Oh my gosh. That's funny. But the drones, I believe, or these whatever these are, satellites or whatever, I believe they're putting these TIs in a bubble. So everyone in the world is normal, right? I believe, right? But the TI has a drone where it has an AI controlled matrix zone around the TI. So that's when that's when you get all the license plates, the synchronizations, the weird alien type shit. It's like part of fucking merging reality with artificial intelligence with an overlay and controlling reality with the artificial intelligence using the drones beaming down at the target, controlling the reality. So there's probably like a team of people like, oh, we're going to send 666 plates, put in a computer, and random people that have those plates that aren't gangs, they are gang stalking you, but they don't know what, they're just regular people. They're part of the matrix. Start going around you. All right, we're going to put Keck license plates. Boom. So everyone with Keck license plates come from the area around and drive to your area because they have like a hankering for fucking A&W burger or fucking Bob Evans or something, and you're doing your thing, and you're just like, you go to Bob Evans to pick up a DoorDash and you see fucking like all these Keck and all these license plates. So I believe that's the extreme cases of it. And yeah, I'm pretty much gonna wrap it up now. I gotta go home and fucking get ready for work. Let me read a couple comments. New people up in here. What's up, Green Man? Justin Sardi, thank you for contributing. Like, I do honestly appreciate people that listen to my fucking broadcasts that are smarter than me or like the same level of intelligence than me. You know, I've been dealing with perps in this controlled environment for so long. That's why one of the reasons I've come on here, I want to learn too. I want to learn from other people. You know, I can't be the only fucking person going through this shit. So I think that's how everyone fucking grows, is we stop fighting, bickering, and we learn from each other. And you guys are a great process. Now, the brain, dude, like, this is what these people do, and this has happened to me. I was thinking about that all day because I was angry all day. And I'll just be honest with you. Like, I'm just sick of America. Like, I don't give a fuck about like hot girls. That's the only thing keeping this country afloat, is that we have multiple ethnicities of hot women that you can potentially bang, right? Or like, I don't know, they're just eye candy, and that's just awesome. You don't see that in other countries. We have Indian women, black, white, Hispanic, all types of people, and that's just great. Without that, dude, if we didn't have that in this country, dude, fuck America. Like, seriously. If we didn't have all these hot bitches in this fucking country, seriously, women are keeping this country alive right now. This country sucks. Cheap ass fucking architecture, fake ass McDonald's, inflated egos and budgets. Everyone is suffering economically. It's all an illusion. If we didn't have these fucking women that were like decent people that were, you know, attractive, of multiple ethnicities, and you'd be like, all right, you know, in America, you have hot ass Middle Eastern women, hot ass Brazilian. You can literally pick and choose. You can't do that anywhere. Everywhere else fucking sucks. It's a monolithic race, weirdo fucking ancient world fucking weirdoville. That's including Europe and all that shit, dude. Like, without that, this country is an oppressive shithole, fake capitalism, fucking false dream crap. Like, that's all it is, dude. So I was thinking that today, like, fucking, like, if China and Russia invaded America and nuked America, if Putin would stop putting his own dick in his ass in Ukraine and fucking nuke America, like, I would laugh. I would laugh my fucking ass off, dude. Fuck that, dude. Someone's trying to buy a car for 2 to 3 years. Dude, I had a tax return stolen. The tax return that was gonna fucking buy the car finally stolen from the fucking mail. This is the shit I'm fucking talking. I don't even talk about shit like this. Oh, prove it. What am I gonna do? Fucking send you the fucking BCS packet to recover the check? Like, what the fuck, dude? I don't even bring shit like that up. Like, dude, fuck this country. It's the government fucking targeting me. It's been going on for years. Every time I get a tax return, oh, well, we made a mistake. You owe us fucking $9,000. It's like, what? I worked a job. I put zero dependents. I paid all my fucking taxes. What are you talking about? That shit started as soon as the targeting. Before that, everything was smooth sailing, dude. I had no issues, dude. I lived a long life with no fucking issues that weren't out of my control or my fault. Like, dude, every time you try to get ahead, someone stops you and fucking cuts your legs off. That's on purpose. You know what I'm saying? You don't hear people talk about shit like that, dude. I don't even talk about shit like that's real because it's like a fucking just a waste of time. People just say you're fucking lying, dude. It just makes you, they do that because it's a technique to drive you crazy. You know what you're going through. So in order for me to prove it to you, I would have to dox myself, show you my fucking IRS fucking letters and all that crap. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. You're a criminal. Oh, give me your social security and cum samples and 3 pubic hairs and a blood a drop of blood in a vial, and then I'll believe. Like, shut the fuck up, dude. Who are you? I don't even know who you are. I've never asked for all that type of fucking evidence. Like, get the fuck out of here. Believe what you want. What, you gonna buy me a car? If I show you the proof, you're not gonna do anything. You're just gonna lie and say it's a lie. Oh, well, you found that on the internet, or well, you're just lying, or that's what they've been doing for 3 years. It's meant to make you go on a mass SHOOTING. This is FBI COINTELPRO techniques. Like, come on, who eggs on someone like that, bro? You're lying, and if you prove it, you're still lying. And I'll sit here and say you're lying for 10 years, even though you've done everything you could to prove it. But I'm just gonna say you made it up. I have nothing better to do, dude. These are FBI fucking operatives. They're here to make TIs go onto a deep fake rob situation, get them off the fucking street. They want you gone. And that's the way they keep their fucking hands clean, because we obviously live in a country where they can't send like a hit unit to every target's fucking house or would scare the general public. So if you can off yourself or you can go on a mass SHOO, oh man, that's exactly what T.I. has been talking about for what, 10 years? That's Myra May, Aaron Alexis. Yeah, they love that. A bunch of cops show up, turn you to a Swiss cheese fucking, they have bulletproof vests, tactical helmets. Like, you're just no fucking threat to them. And they've been gearing up. They want to be taking out a bad guy for a long time. And you gave them the perfect excuse to ice you out, dude. That's exactly what they want. This system, this matrix. Or if you fucking off yourself, that would be great too. Either or, yeah. Off yourself or death by cop. Yeah. That's what the home break-ins are about. The break-ins, these little tic-tac break-ins where they put your cat in the fucking dish cupboard, dish cabinet. You come home, you're looking for your cat, he's meowing, he's in the dish cabinet, it's closed. It's like, how the fuck did a cat grow thumbs and get in there? Oh, let me call the police. Oh, he's a schizophrenic. Gosh, I keep hitting that fucking window button. Oh, he's a schizophrenic and he's claimed I'm a gang-stalking cop. So he reached for my gun and I shot him. Like, they're just waiting for the perfect scenario where the TI goes crazy with the cop in the house with his body cam on, and the TI is just fed up, gets in an argument with the cop, and the cop fucking shoots him, dude. It's completely justified. And you got fucking perps coming on here saying that we're all a bunch of liars. We're all just fucking crazy. I think that shit's funny, dude. Seriously, like, I don't give a fuck. And the least thing I give a fuck about is a break-in. Like, I love talking about, I'm getting kind of tired of it, but if I do love talking about gang stalking, it's about the drone, the license plates. That's what I'm passionate about. Like, that just blows my fucking mind that all of these drivers and these license plates can magically show up where the TI goes. It could be a multitude of things. It could be surveillance. It could be a computer. So that's what that's my passion in this topic, really. The license plates. It's always been whether it's fucking mental illness or whatever. That's my shtick. I really haven't talked about the helicopters, the planes, and things like that. It just hasn't been happening. It happens, but it's not at a frequency where it's like you need to fucking, there's things that happen in gangster. If it dies down, you got to be grateful. You don't come on here and talk about it. Hope it comes back. So FBI. I'm not gonna read all your comments because again, I gotta get out of here. The FBI confirmed for the first time the wide-scale use of aircraft, which AP traced to at least 13 fake companies such as FVX Research, KQM Aviation. Dude, thank you for looking this shit up on Google. That's what dude, I am not an expert. I am not smart. I am not anything. I'm a guy that looks shit up on Google that has like good estimation skills. And then I confirm it with Google. And then I try to articulate it the best way I can. Thank you. Yes, they do that. But I don't believe they're behind it all. I think it's the Air National Guard, the Air Force, the Navy. Navy has planes too. It's not the Army. They're not, it's not the Marines. They have their roles too because the illegal immigrants, all of them had Marine stickers. All of the illegal immigrants were Marines. They didn't speak. They were all cartel members, and they all had Marine stickers on white work vans. Because when you join the armed forces as a legal immigrant, you get citizenship. So maybe their family did it, or maybe fucking the Marines had some shit to do with it. As far as at least the last department, but besides that, I haven't had any issues with Marines. But that's just an observation that I made that the human trafficking, illegal immigrant program could be connected to that. But I mean, the armies who targeted me in the beginning, the pizza shop, I believe, at least that's my estimation. I think it has to do with a lot of things, but that doesn't mean like an average military person knows what that's about or what. Like, it's not like this is the thing about TIs. It's not some fucking like well-known thing within the government. Like, that's just a lie. Like, everyone in the government knows about the Gangstalking program. They know you're in the area. Like, the local senator and the local fucking comptroller know you're here. Like, shut the fuck up, dude. Seriously. The local comptroller in your fucking area knows you by name, and fucking when you're in the area, fucking Secret Service like fucking warns them and shit and gets them out the fucking area and shit. Like, get out of here. But yeah, I gotta wrap this shit up, man. So ow, my fucking elbow fucking hurts. I don't know what I did to it. Oh man. Hold on, I'm parking real quick. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, and I do appreciate you guys leaving these smart comments in here. Because STIs, man, these perps are so fucking stupid. Like, a normal TI or a normal person interested in the topic is usually kind of smart. They're not geniuses. They're not like college, Harvard fucking graduates or anything. But they're usually decent intelligence. And like, you guys are showing up. Go to other TI's channels and leave comments too, man. Don't just do it once. Because I didn't have time to read all of them today. But yeah, I missed out today. But I have to get up and go to work in like fucking 6 hours. So, whatever. But I'm out of here. Thank you for tuning in.